Alright, Business 342. So the second case we're going to be looking at today is regarding North Dakota and Quill Corporation. So what happens here is Quill is a company that sells office supplies and like things like that, and they're the sixth largest in North Dakota. So they're pretty big. They have like 200 million in sales, and around at more than 1 million comes from North Dakota. So they're kind of big in North Dakota. I mean, they're earning more than 1 million, right? So they're pretty big. Anyways, so North Dakota is unhappy with Quill because Quill is not paying state taxes, and they have a lot of customers there. So then they go into court. North Dakota says that if you're doing business here, you should pay our taxes. And Quill says, but that your law states that if you have a property or a salesman or anything like a physical nexus in North Dakota, then you're liable to pay tax. But these guys at Quill, they don't really have an office. They don't have any kind of assets. They don't have any properties or offices or personal or anything. They just advertise. They just advertise a lot through e-commerce, and that's how they have customers. So they just get like people to like through delivery channels. They just get the product shipped in North Dakota to service their customers, but they don't have a building. They don't have people. So mail order companies like what's happening here that engage in some kind of socialization that they want the North Dakota state wants them to pay taxes as well. So they ask Quill to pay the taxes from July 1st, 1987 onwards and pay the penalties for not paying the tax. The trial court ruled this in Quill's favor, so Quill wins and doesn't have to pay the tax. The North Dakota Supreme Court reverses, and then Quill appeals this. After looking at the case and everything, we can see that like how it says you need to have a lot of advertisements and you need to have salespeople in order to pay taxes, right? So but the thing is, salespeople are so outdated now. That's what they said. So salespeople are outdated, and there's no difference between people who just roam around the street just drumming and saying, hey, buy from us. So that those are salespeople, or just sending catalogs and just advertising to the North Dakotan people. Like, there's no real difference in today's world. It's pretty much the same. Due process clause says that you need a physical presence, and because of all the developments that has happened, it looks like it was overruled. Quill surely has enough volume of sales, and it's very clear that Quill is targeting North Dakota residents for its business, and therefore, the North Dakota Supreme Court was actually correct. The due process clause does not bar enforcement of the state's use tax against Quill. So that's kind of how it is. So although Quill doesn't have any properties or sales personnel, so that was the verdict of this case.